Hey guys, so today I'm back with another topic on Real Talk. The topic is pretty serious. I have read a lot about it and I feel like I just have to share it with you guys because it's not up in the Chinese media and not that many people know about it. But today we're going to talk about bride trafficking. Did you know that North Korean refugees, women, Vietnamese women, very poor from the countryside, and also Lao women or women from Myanmar, that these women, they end up in China sold as either sex slaves or brides for bachelors. So guys, as I said, today we're going to talk about bride trafficking. First, let's look at some of the facts about this topic. Earlier in one of my videos, I talked about the one-child policy and the consequences of the one-child policy. Today, we're gonna discuss one of these consequences, which is called bride trafficking. In China, because traditionally it was preferred to have a son instead of a daughter, so many Chinese families, especially in the countryside, they gave birth to a lot of boys. After the one-child policy, many people got an abortion, a forced abortion, if they knew the fetus was a female. This means that today, the sex ratio of boys and girls are super imbalanced. There are way too many boys in China and not enough girls to get married to. Also, furthermore, the boys, many of these boys, they live in small villages far away from everything. It's really hard to convince Chinese girls to stay in these villages, and the ones who were born there, they moved away for a better life. The women who are usually trafficked, sent into China and sold as wives to these bachelors in the poor villages around the countryside, the Chinese countryside, are from very remote areas in the neighboring countries. These women don't know much. Actually, there has been one story where a girl and her brother were going together. The brother said, I have work for you. You know, we can earn money. We can send them back to our parents. They're gonna have a better life because of us. We can financially support them. She went with him and he sold her as a bride to an old Chinese man. This was hard, obviously, for her, and she was smart. She ran away. She ran away and she crossed the border again back to her own country, where she found a shelter. They have places where these women can hide and they get a new personality. But it shouldn't be like this. The farmers in the Chinese countryside, they're looking for women. They're looking for wives, suitable wives. Actually, they say, if it's just a woman, I don't mind whatever else she is. So these days, human trafficking is increasing. Also, in many Chinese towns, there is one lady. She's a Vietnamese marriage agent. She is promising the beautiful Vietnamese women. She will go and find them in very poor areas. These women actually agree. So it's not always forced, but it kind of is still, because they don't have any other choices in life. This life in China is a little bit better than at home, but if they can eat every day, or if they get any kind of money they can send back to their parents for support, this is already much more than they expected from life. The problem is just that these women, when they come to China, they realize that the husbands don't speak their language. It's impossible to talk to each other. And also these men, many of these men are either farmers, but they are also migrant workers. This means that they work in other towns far, far away. They will only come back once a year to visit their wife. Some wives think this is a good thing because then I'm not forced to be with him all the time. Other wives feel lonely. Furthermore, the husband's parents, they tend to look after the girl. Not look after, but like look at her, you know, watch her all the time. She has no privacy, and when she gives birth to the baby, they will tell her that she has to stay there. If she doesn't stay, they will take away the child. Then you have probably already figured out that these ladies, they tend to run away. So in China right now, they have a lot of runaway brides. They take the children or they run themselves. They they run back to their own country because they realize that these men are not good for them. This is a very big problem. They can't change their own destiny. They can try, but if they get caught, they're gonna be sent back to the husband. So what do you think? Do you have an opinion on this? Thank you guys for watching. This was one of my more serious topics. I really like to discuss it. So if you have anything you want to say or anything against what I just told you, please leave a comment below. I'm really excited to hear what you think about this topic, and until next time, 再见.